just want to clarify what I mean for people who are like, look, it's simple. They just wanted to leave. They're not that into you. They just wanted to cheat. It is what it is. Get over it. Absolutely. Like, I feel the same way. I do not believe you need to psychoanalyze every single relationship to try to protect your feelings in some kind of way, right? Like, I've had plenty of situations with different men, you know, even a couple years ago, I was really, really into someone and I let them know my feelings and they told me they were unsure of me. And I just had to face the fact that, like, they just weren't that into me, you know, and they just weren't into me enough to be with me. And that's fine. You know, I didn't feel the need to psychoanalyze that. But, you know, there are certain situations, like if you are dealing with narcissistic abuse or if you're dealing with certain attachment styles, like dismissive attachment, where it's very specific. And there's a reason why everybody in the comments has like almost exactly the same things to say about what happened to them, how it happened, the words that were used, like down to a fucking science. Because these people, the attachment is real. That's a real thing. And almost every issue in relationships can be traced back to some kind of attachment wound. But with dismissive attachment, I mean, it's going to be very similar all across the board. So are these dismissive attachers actually interested in someone else? Yes. They believe that they are. They believe that that is like the solution to their problem, right? Like, if I move on to someone else, that's the solution to the problem, because they think that you are the problem. They don't realize that it's actually them that they need to be working on. So when they want to move on, when they start cheating on you, whatever, it actually says nothing about you, and it says nothing even about the new person that they're with. It says everything about them. That is what I'm trying to get across, is that dismissive avoidance, until they heal, they will do this to every single person that they're with, unless they are dating someone else who is avoidant, in which case maybe the two of them will just like never see each other very much, you know? But a lot of times they attract anxious attachers, and they're attracted to anxious attachers because they have a wound that craves connection. And so they like people that are very affectionate, but it gets to be too much, and that's when they bounce. So the reason I make these videos talking about how, you know, underneath that, there is a love and affection that is still there with them for you a lot of times. Not every time, you know, not every time that's going to be the case. Sometimes they really do just don't feel it anymore for you. But if that were the case, they would have no problem continuing to be around you. So if you're dealing with a dismissive avoidant that is like cool with being your friend, or they didn't, you know, maybe they left the relationship, but they don't mind being around you. They're not trying to, like, you know, stay away. They probably really did lose interest, you know. But when you have a dismissive avoidant that everything's fine and then abruptly they leave and you don't hear from them at all, they're doing that because they're scared. That's not normal behavior, right? That's not a normal thing for a person to do. If someone loses interest, they should have no problem telling you, I lost interest, and then just moving on. So why are they acting this way? There's always a reason for things, and sometimes it can be helpful for us to figure out those reasons so that we can understand it better. Simple as that. Doesn't mean we want to take them back, you know, but it can be really helpful. And I know that when I was with, when I had a relationship with a narcissist, one of the most helpful things was getting education on that, because it makes you feel less crazy. And I think that that's really important.